Have you ever found yourself staring at the clock, wondering how you're going to get your students packed up and out the door on time? I'll be honest, when I first started teaching, the end of the day was my least favorite part. It didn't matter how smooth the morning went. By 2:45, it was folders forgotten, chairs all over the place, and backpacks spilling everywhere. The other classes had even started lining up in the hall, and I would be sweating like I was running a race I had never even trained for. But over the years, I figured out a few simple tools that completely transformed my dismissal routine. Now my students know exactly what to do, and we actually end the day calmly. Let me walk you through how I got there. Okay, so tip number one is to practice before it's real. Here's the truth. Students can't follow an end of the day routine they've never practiced. So in those first days of school, I actually practice dismissal in the middle of the day. We walk through how I expect them to pack up, where I want them to line up, and what it should look like and sound like. That way, when 3 o'clock hits for the day, it's not new or confusing. They already know all of my expectations and exactly what it should look like in our classroom. Tip number 2 is give yourself ample time at first. In the beginning, I give a ridiculous amount of time, sometimes 15 minutes just for dismissal. And that's okay. We slowly work it down as students get better and better at it. By October, we can pack up in 5 minutes flat. But rushing too soon in the beginning only creates more stress for you and for your students. One of the first game changers for me was posting an anchor chart or a dismissal slide. I've used both. Mine says things like, clean your table, get your papers from your cubby, put them in your blue folder, put your folder in your backpack, get your lunchbox, put it in your backpack, get your water bottle, put it in your backpack, sit on the rug with your backpack on, and my chart hangs in the same spot every day. And before we even begin packing up, I point to it as a reminder. It's simple, predictable, and fewer questions. If you're looking for an anchor chart like this one, I'll have it in the description for you. I also love to make mini desk anchor charts for those students that really need extra support. Tip number 4 is to use visual timers to keep your kids moving. Once the routine is established, the next problem becomes pacing. Some kids are done in seconds, while others act like they have got all day long. A visual timer keeps everyone moving at the same speed. One student who used to take 5 minutes to put their folder in their backpack, the timer motivated him more than I ever could. Suddenly, he was beating the clock instead of testing my patience. Tip number 5 is going to be that I like to have them line up by how we go home or like to sit in those groups on the rug. This next tip has saved me so many headaches. Instead of letting students bunch up randomly, we line up by how they go home. Car riders first, bus riders next, walkers after that. No more frantic searching when the bus rider line starts walking to the buses. Tip number 6 is going to be to use music as a cue. The last piece of the puzzle for me in my classroom was music. I picked one pack-up song that I would play every day. At first it was just fun, but over time it became a signal. Now, the second that song starts, my kids know it's go time. No yelling, no clapping, no chaos, just a predictable rhythm to end the day. The music starts, they start doing all of the steps, and their goal is to be done before the song is over. These strategies took me from sweaty dismissal sprints to calm, predictable endings. Now, when that final bell rings, I'm not running a marathon. I'm actually waving goodbye with a smile, and I even have time to give a hug or two. I'd love to hear how these tips work for you, so be sure to leave a comment below on which one is your favorite. And if you want my anchor chart, the visual timers that I like to use, or my transition playlist. You can find all of those links in the description below. If you're looking for smoother transitions throughout the day and not just at dismissal, you'll want to watch this video here where I share how to do just that in under 4 minutes. See you guys next time.